everyone, it's Christina and welcome back to another Plan with Polishland video. Today I wanted to share my experience using an 18-month Erin Condren life planner with all of you. Now if you're looking for a flip through of my planner, I will link that video on the screen for you and in the description box, but today I thought it would be fun just to share my experience. If you're new to my channel, you should probably know that when I purchased this 18-month planner back in June of 2015, this became the first planner that I ever used regularly. I did use planners off and on when I was in school, but ever since I started high school, working through college, working through law school, I didn't have a planner. I memorized things, I used my syllabi from classes, and I had post-it notes and lists everywhere in my apartment. So I decided to join the planning world during Erin Condren's 2016 planner launch. They launched their planners about 6 months before the new year. So that's why this one starts in July of 2015 and it goes all the way until December of 2016. It was a no-brainer for me to get the 18-month planner because it was the middle of the year. And while I'm really glad that I used up the entire planner, I'll tell you right from the start, I don't think I will ever use an 18-month planner again. Now, the main reason for that is just the bulk. So there are many things about this planner that made it extremely bulky and very uncomfortable to use for the last few months especially. As you can see, the planner doesn't close anymore. I'll try to hold this up at an angle so you can see how even when I am laying it flat, we still have a huge gap here because it just doesn't close any longer. And in fact, for the last month or so, my cover has been popping off constantly. It was really difficult to keep a planner cover on here. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but right along the coil here, my cover is actually starting to get a lot of air bubbles in it because it just doesn't fit on the planner and it's being bent at an odd angle now. So not only did the cover not close, but my cover is getting damaged as well, which is why I've left this one on for the past few months. I also found it really difficult to write in this planner during the last few months. It wasn't impossible, but it was a little bit of a hassle. And if you were to carry this planner around with you, it would be really heavy. I own a little postal scale, so I weighed my planner and it is 2.5 pounds. It is right at the 2 pounds 8 ounce mark, so that's a little bit crazy. Here's a look at how it is from the side, all of my spreads. Now I am a sticker user. I went heavy with the stickers. That's why it is so bulky and that's why it is so heavy. But if you are into planner decorating like I am, the bulk is definitely something to take into consideration. Now, even though the bulk is a huge con, I do have some pros for the 18-month planner. I was able to start planning in the middle of the year without wasting half a planner, without wasting my money. And I know this format also works really well for students and teachers, or maybe moms as well who want to start planning for the new school year in the middle of the summer and not in January. The 18-month planner is also cheaper because you pay just $5 extra for 6 additional months. So if you split up the cost of the planner per month, you do get a significant amount of savings. Now you might be wondering why I wanted to use my planner for the full 18 months, and part of the reason was just to get my money's worth, as I was just discussing, but I also wanted to make sure that planning is a hobby I wanted to continually invest in because, let's be real, the Erin Condren Life Planner is quite expensive. This is a high quality product. It is a beautifully designed product, and I really love Erin Condren's planners, but they are quite expensive, especially considering that I could go out to Staples, Barnes & Noble, I could go to Michael's now and have a plethora of really affordable options out there. But at the end of the day, I love the Erin Condren product and I wanted to make sure that I used up my 18-month planner to completion so that if I wanted to continue on with this hobby, I would be sure that I loved it. So at the end of the day, I will not be using an 18-month planner anymore. I'm going to be switching over to 12 months. I am at the 12-month track now since this planner finished out in December of 2016, and I have begun my new planner. That being said, from now on, I am going to buy the 18-month planner and use it as a 12-month planner. And the reason I'm doing that is because because you get a bigger coil with the 18-month planner. I actually contacted Erin Condren during the launch this past year and confirmed that with them because I knew that I was willing to pay the extra $5 to get that bigger coil. And in my new planner, I originally used the extra months as a Lister's Got a List journaling project. And when I gave that up after about a month and a half, I just decided to tear out the extra pages. I'm going to keep them on hand for scrap or to create lists. I'm not going to just recycle it, but for me, that $5 extra is worth it. So that's what it was like using an 18-month planner. I want to also do a little tour of the inside of my planner, the pages that you don't get to see regularly. So let's go ahead and do that quickly. As you can see right at the beginning, I did not use the title page in here. I just never wrote my name in, and as I mentioned before, that's because this planner lives at home. I do not carry this planner with me. I use this planner basically for my blog and my YouTube channel and my personal life, so there's really no reason that I would need to carry this out and about with me anyway. So I figured might as well just leave that blank because I never even look at these front few pages throughout the year. I forgot this page was even here when I was looking back in preparation for this video, and I know that the year at a glance is helpful to a lot of people when they're planning vacations or their kids' schedules, but for me, I never look at this once. Same with this goals page. I didn't use it at all. I am a little disappointed that I didn't, but I will be using it next year or this year in 2017. I'm not sure how yet, but I will make sure to use it. I might put one picture from the month there. I might do some shopping lists there. I will make sure to use it, and when I figure out a use for it, I will share it with you, but in this planner, I just didn't use it. I also wanted to mention that in this planner, I only used the monthly notes pages about half the time, and that was because I would keep the notes page blank until I needed it. So, for example, I used it once for a packing list, I used it for a shopping list, for a wish list, different things like that. I didn't have a set use for it every month, and this year in 2017, I want to use each notes page in the same way. And I have already brainstormed ways to do that, and I'll talk about that in future videos. So that way, this year, I will use up all the monthly notes pages and half of them will not be left blank. However, the good thing is I did use up almost all of my notes pages in the back of my planner. There are very few that I did not use, and I even transferred some of these notes pages over into my new planner. So this travel list I transferred over. My library list I'm transferring to my book journal because it makes more sense for it to be there. But I really did use the notes pages in the back of the planner, and I think that they are a great addition to the life planner. The last thing I wanted to quickly mention are the sticker sheets in the back of the planner. Now, I still have 2 of the sticker sheets back here. These were the pre-printed stickers, and I barely use these at all, and I'm just going to leave them back here because I know I'm not going to use them next year. I don't mark too many birthdays in my planner. I think I should do that more in 2017, but even when I marked them, the colors of these didn't match up with my spreads, so I chose to do something else. And we only got 1 voting sticker in this entire planner, and I think we should definitely have at least 3 or 4 of them every single year, because even if we don't have a presidential election, even if we don't have a senatorial election, we definitely have local elections every single year. This year I could have used, 3 or actually 4, because I probably had an election in 2015 as well. So I would love to see Erin Condren support voting even more than they already do. And this sticker sheet right here, this was the other pre-printed sticker sheet. These just didn't really apply to my life, and even when they did, they were the wrong color or they just didn't fit into my spread, so I didn't really get to using them. But other than that, I used up every single weekly page, every single monthly calendar, and I think you can tell this planner is very well used and very well loved. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you are considering purchasing an Erin Condren, I do recommend getting the 18-month, but then using it as a 12-month. And I know that might not make sense, but once you work within a really bulky planner for several months, you'll be wanting that extra coil space, I think. If you have any other questions for me that pertain to using an 18-month versus using a 12-month, definitely feel free to leave those in the comments. I'd love to help you out. If you have any other questions relating to the Erin Condren Life Planner, I'd be happy to share my thoughts as well. I feel like now that I've used one for a year and a half, I pretty much know what to expect, especially when it comes to the horizontal layout, which is what I have. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I post planner-related content here at Adventures in Polishland, and I also have a lifestyle blog where I share about my favorite beauty products, books, and more, and I would love to see you over there as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.